I'm gonna go through a to-do list for every crafter out there, whether you're trying to get into the professions or you're trying out a new profession, or you just want to figure out every step of the way before you're committing into your professions. This is the video for you. So the very first thing you want to do is to sort out your tools. After leveling up your profession, or even before leveling up your profession, just as you learned it, you need to figure out your tools situation. And very weirdly, this expansion, you can buy the blue tools from the auction house. Just go to the profession equipment, let's say leatherworking, search for that, make sure to filter for current expansion only, and buy the highest eye level possible. The blue quality profession gear. There is 3 available for each profession. Make sure to get all of them. And when buying tools, just make sure to get the one with the stats that you want. So personally, I like resourcefulness. I need to look to see which one of these gives me resourcefulness. Yeah, this is the resourcefulness one. So do not just buy the cheapest one. Do check the stats. After you bought the tools, make sure to buy the enchants too, because the tools have enchants. Where is it? Enchant 2. You don't need the highest quality, but it is preferable, and it ain't that expensive now. So just get the enchant 2. Now you can resume leveling up your profession, or just get to sort out your knowledge point and stuff. Now you can get into the real stuff. The very next thing you gotta do is to track down all of your knowledge points. Now, I've been doing crafting, and this ain't a fresh character. Let me swap to a fresh character. A nearly fresh characters list will probably look like this. These are the treasures and the knowledge points locked behind reputation that you gotta hunt down. I'm not gonna spend time explaining the Mayu's knowledge point tracker, I've done that before. The main goal is to just cross everything from this list like my main character and doing weeklies and catch up and the uniques. That's one of your main goals when doing professions. That was the most obvious part that everyone is probably already aware of. Now let's talk about specifics. The very next thing I want you to do is to head back again to the auction house. And this time, you need to mark out every single recipe. So just select the recipes, leatherworking, filter for current expansion only, and see the prices and all of the recipes that you can craft with that specific profession, in this case leatherworking. And you want to acquire all of these. This is going to be very expensive and probably time consuming, but this is what you will most likely be making a lot of profit from. Like, leatherworking wood tenders set is a very popular one. So make sure to sort out your recipes, and every single time that you craft one of these, you will get more knowledge points. That's why it's important. And some of these stuff are really cheap, so they're just free knowledge points. Then, well, one thing that the Mayu's knowledge point tracker doesn't track for you and the base UI does is the first bonus craft, the main way that you can earn knowledge points. Just toggle this on and it will show you every single thing that you haven't crafted yet. You can craft it once to gain a knowledge point. This is really important too. So hunting down knowledge points is very important. Now that that's over, I want to mention that you gotta be checking your Patreon orders every single day. Because even if you have caught up on all of the weeks, it gives you very precious knowledge points that you must acquire. And you don't need all of those first crafts as a fresh craft. You get a lot of them from Patreon orders, and you can just craft them from them and get some of these materials for you, and it would just end up cheaper. Like, for example, if I wanted to craft this one, I would have needed to craft a lot of stuff, and I wouldn't even have the 20 fused vitality to craft it. That's weeks worth of shards of Dundun, which I will get into later. But yeah, just make sure to check your patron orders every single day and craft every single one of them, because they will give you the artisan acuity or meadow or whatever this time its name is. What was the name? It's Moxie for this expansion, yeah. And that way you can buy the other recipes. Again, the main goal here is to acquire knowledge points so you can get to your build way faster than possible. For example, I'm trying to get a male spec leather worker here, so I'm dumping all of my points into safeguarding scales. You need all of the knowledge points. Spending knowledge points mean making more gold in the future. Therefore, knowledge points are your most important priority here. Everything that I talked about in the previous minutes of this video will take you weeks, probably, because a lot of it is time gated and you cannot just get everything, and some of it is locked behind you gaining new recipes, some of it is locked behind patron orders, and a lot of leveling up is locked behind sparks. Therefore, that will like take a huge chunk of time to complete. But after you have done that, after you have sorted out all of your knowledge points, sorted out all of your recipes and your build, you want to look forward to fused vitality and the purple quality tools. The amount of bonus stats that you can acquire through purple quality tools is a lot. At quality 5, you will gain 152, let's say, resourcefulness, as opposed to the blue one that I have currently equipped that gives me 110. This is something that you must do for your profession to be always profitable. The next seasons, when they came out and you're doing crafting for other customers and crafting gear for them, the more resourcefulness you have, the more materials are given back to you, and that's just more gold for you. As opposed to a new crafter who's using a blue quality tool with 110 resourcefulness, you will make a lot more gold with 152 that you gained from the purple quality tool. Therefore, this is the stretch goal. This is something that you must always look forward to. Therefore, because of that, you need to always spend your shards of Dundun and always have 8 shards of Dundun prepared for the next week. So every reset when you log in, just go do the abundance event. Just do the 8 shards of Dundun that you have, because you're getting new shards from the patron orders. You always must have the weekly maximum at the maximum, and always have 8 prepared for the next week, because these again drop from the random profession stuff that you do throughout the week, and you require 20 fused vitality for every single purple quality tool. So this is gonna take you months. Even saying that, it just annoys me. Yeah, it takes months. You need a lot of fused vitality. You can acquire a few fused vitality every single week from the weekly quest. You will acquire a lot of it through abundance and the lower Dundun. And there's one more thing I want to mention that I always see it gets just skipped by everyone. For some reason, people forget that the fishing stuff going on in Zulaman awards you 3 fused vitality. That means 3 weeks of weekly profession activities. And that's just easy to do. You just hit there, you go do the event, and you acquire currencies for that event, and you can spend that currency to buy fused vitality. And this is taking too long. I'm gonna skip this part of the video ahead until I get there. So let's just skip to that place. The Abyss Anglers here, I was about to say Abyss Watchers because Dark Souls stuff. bought you 3 fused vitalities, and all it takes is 750 angler purse. And this is a very fun activity. You can easily acquire 3 fused vitalities on each character by just doing this event. This doesn't get mentioned at all. I'm not sure why. 3 fused vitalities might not seem much, but believe me, every single weekly quest will give us just 1 fused vitality, and like you can gain 2 to 3 fused vitalities by spending all of your shards of Dandan and doing your best in the abundance event. And this is important. Those bonus stats are really important, especially in the coming seasons. So make sure to just hunt everything down, get your knowledge points, get your pepper quality tools, and have fun making gold. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like or a comment down below. If I missed anything that you think is helpful for all of the crafters out there, do mention it in the comments, because this is a huge game and I actually might miss a lot. So this is all that I had in mind, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.